Welcome to Parenting Matters Now, a source of parenting advice a few minutes at a time.
Do you know your tastes are going to change? Hi, this is Dr. Roger Smith with Parenting Matters Now. I'm standing here in front of this ugly boat. My father had this boat made, and whenever I first saw it, I went, that is the ugliest boat I have ever seen in my life. I was tolerant of the boat, but over time, I have come to love it. And that's just a picture of how you and your children are going to change over time, and that your tastes will change. So let's first talk about the food that your small child will reject, several times before they ever will go, actually, I like carrots. Whenever you're introducing anything new to a child, they first have to get used to the newness of it, the texture, the different changes, whether it's a new toy or new food or new anything, it's not immediate love. So we see it in our children, but we also see it in ourselves if we can be honest that there are things that we enjoy, maybe not so much at first, but as it becomes a normal part of life, it can become a beloved thing. And for us and our family, it was kind of like reading books. At first, it was something that I did because I thought it was something that the children needed. So we would read books to them regularly, part of the bedtime routine, but it became a central part of the flavor, so to speak, of our family. And there will be things like that for you that you may tolerate for a period of time before it actually becomes a desired thing. The very fact that our tastes change, we had a principle in our family, and it was based on this idea that tastes change. And I would encourage you to talk with your children about how their tastes will change over time. And to them, it seems like, a year is a lifetime. So it's not changing that much. But if they can trust you and you have regular conversations about how their tastes change, we had this principle: don't do anything permanent. So we discouraged things like tattoos or major changes, not that there's a law against any of those things, but because our tastes change, we encourage them to not do something permanent. But everything that they did or chose, the fashion tastes will change. And then, and so whatever they do with their body, and your hair color, you may want hair will grow back. So if you shave it off or if you color it, that's not really permanent. They may call it a permanent. You go to the beauty shop and get a permanent, but it is always said they should have named it a temporary. You go to the beauty shop to get a temporary. But nonetheless, the concept is, train your children to think about the value of their tastes and how they do change with their experience, their personal growth. And it's a conversation to have with your children and your spouse and your in-laws, all the people. Just say, hey, this is the choice that we're making right now. Whatever it is that people are criticizing is we think we like this, or we think this is the best thing. But if something changes, we'll change, we'll adjust. And the whole idea that our tastes do change. I love this old boat. It's ugly. It's just as ugly as it ever was. But as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, or every beetle is a gazelle in its mother's eyes. There's all kinds of sayings that basically say, as your values change, the way you see things changes. And you might love something that you once detested. Talk to your children about those things, how it's changed for you. They will love your stories. Even if they don't really understand exactly, they just love your stories. So tell them.
Subscribe to Parenting Matters Now for more advice, or go to rogersmithmd.com to search for more topics. See you next time.